What's up, guys? My name is Dan Killington, and that was fucking hilarious. Today I have a Sticks and Stones game for you, and it's not a great game, however, it is a clutch, because at the very end of the game, very end of the match, first place guy, Dolphin dove in front of me, and I tomahawked him, which put me from second to first, and put him in last. So in that aspect, it's a pretty awesome game. Today is also the second and final installment of cars that I've owned. Yesterday we left off with the Honda Civic that I had. I believe it was a 98 or a 97, and the motor actually had blown up on the car. So what I ended up doing was going to a Mini Cooper dealership and buying a 2003 Mini Cooper S. It was 6-speed, it was supercharged. I put a lot of money into that car as far as performance modifications, aesthetic modifications, suspension modifications. I had that car for about close to 4 years, and all the money that I put into it probably was around like 7 to 10 grand, which the horsepower was about 237 horsepower to the wheels. And now, if you don't know what that means, it means that like, the factories rate their cars from the engine, so they lose power through parasitic loss through the drivetrain on the car. So the horsepower that manufacturers tell you is usually a little higher than what it actually is. So in all realism, my Mini probably had close to 270 horsepower at the motor. So it was very fast for such a small and light car. I ended up getting tired of this car and I had to replace certain things on it. So I eventually ended up trading this in for another car later. However, to fix this car, I took it off the road for a while, and I was going to change the supercharger on it, which was what was wrong with the car itself. And in that time, I bought a 91 Mazda Miata to use while I was working on my Mini, which was awesome because that car was a lot of fun. I know like everyone thinks Miata like it's a girl's car, but that car was a blast, especially in the snow or in wet pavement because it was rear-wheel drive. It was 5-speed transmission. It was just a lot of fun to get the back end sliding around on you. Let me think. In March of '09, I traded in my Mini for a 2009 Civic Si 4-door. Again, I had this car for quite some time. This car was beautiful. I put a lot of work into it. Had 0 miles when I got the car. I did wheels, suspension, engine, aesthetic modifications. I did a lot to this car as well and kept really, really good care of it. However, in March of this year, on my way to work, a guy sideswiped me on the interstate, which spun me into the guardrail and coincidentally wrecked the car. It was a hit and run. The guy didn't stop. He kept on going. The police were involved. As far as I know, at this time, the guy's never been caught. But to be honest, I'm really not sore about it because I'm out of those car payments now, which is a huge, it's a big financial burden to have car payments, especially on an expensive car. Which leads me to my final car that I'm currently driving, which is a 2003 Acura RSX Type S. This car has a ton of modifications, which is the way it came. I bought it from a friend who I know pretty well. Still driving at this moment. Drives great. Drove it to work this morning, and that's where I'm at right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Enjoy the rest of the video, and leave a comment, rate it, subscribe. Hope you guys are having a great day. Enjoy your week.